Pain, made easy. In this short presentation, I will be describing pain, some of the different types of it, the neuroscience behind how and why we feel it, and how that can impact our health differently. So what exactly is pain? The International Association for the Study of Pain defines pain as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in such terms. I think an important aspect to point out here is that it is unpleasant sensory and emotional experience, which is part of our problem with chronic pain. The emotional experience can be just as horrible as the actual physical pain. So let's discuss the two main types of pain. There's chronic pain and acute pain. Acute pain results from tissue damage and is a symptom of that damage. It has a defined onset and a clear pathology. Acute pain has a purpose in our bodies, such as that it is preventative and protection for our bodies so that we don't damage ourselves more. Chronic or persistent pain is a little more complicated. This pain is non-protective and serves no biological purpose, and it persists beyond the tissue healing time. So we can actually have pain even though our nerves and our tissues are not being damaged anymore. 1 in 6 Americans actually lives with persistent pain, and the persistent pain industry costs approximately $100 billion a year, which is quite high. Pain is always a subjective experience, and everyone learns the meaning through these experiences related to their injuries and painful events differently in life. So you might experience pain different than someone else might experience pain. And even though you experience it and are able to put it away as easily, other people might not be able to. There are many other comorbidities that are associated with chronic pain, such as depression, insomnia, and overuse of medications. Neuroscience. Yikes. While this topic may seem daunting, we're going to keep it simple today. Nerves are made of 3 parts: cell bodies, axons, and dendrites. When dendrites pick up a sensation, this sensation is traveled down the axons up to the central nervous system, where it is interpreted as painful or not. We also have different sized neurons, called peripheral nerve fibers, that pick up different sensations and carry them at different speeds based on myelination and diameter. More myelination and more diameter equals faster transmission. We'll explain this a little more on the next slide. Has your mother ever told you when you were a child and you got hurt to quickly rub your knee or your head after you bump it to make the pain go away? And it actually made the pain go away? This is due to peripheral nerve fiber size, and it's actually science. As described in the last page, we have these alpha-beta fibers that carry the rubbing sensation to your brain, the central nervous system, much faster than our alpha-delta fibers, which carry pain. Since these fibers carrying the rubbing sensation reach your brain first, your brain interprets the sensation before your painful one, and you don't feel the pain sensation as strongly. We call this phenomenon the gate control of pain theory. While understanding the neuroscience behind the physical aspects of pain is important, pain is a complicated function that drives our daily life and has an emotional aspect too, especially in chronic pain. What is the number one reason that people go to the doctor? Pain or discomfort? Ancient Buddhist philosophy describes pain as 2 darts, a physical and an emotional one. While we can't control the physical dart, Buddhist monks were able to let go of the emotional pain that comes with it by exercises such as meditation and mindfulness. In other words, by specific and purposeful thoughts, they were actually able to rewire their brains so that they felt less pain. These methods can be very successful, and if you are actually suffering of chronic pain, I would highly suggest talking to a professional about other methods than opioids to control your pain, because there are methods out here like this that work well. Thank you today for listening to this presentation on pain. I hope it made pain a little more clear.